Okay, before we even get started, let's all stand up.
Have this one?
Yes, you can.
I haven't done these in a while.
What? You do this one?
Hey, you took my thing. Cheater.
Which leg do you want to do first,
I'm
Cody?
going to this on.
This one?
Right or left?
No, this one.
It's the opposite for me when I'm looking at you, so.
Say right or left, Cody.
I don't know my left or right.
Which hand do you write with? That's your right.
Okay, we're gonna do our right foot forward.
Right.
Lean all the way.
Right foot stretch.
I figured I looked in this
Get ready, we're gonna be doing Special Olympics practice, guys. So
Oh,
we're getting
Yeah,
used to
oh
this.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
interested.
yeah.
one. I thought it was May 15th, but I'm right. We're all the
Then
way
we're
down.
gonna switch.
I remember this
I'm
long
not ready.
time.
I'll work
No,
out.
you can't even do it without leaning on the table.
Look,
Oh, my knees can't have that.
Mr. Corbin, look.
Not that
I'll
well.
work out every day.
Then
Yeah,
Raj,
stretch
you can pick the
every
next
day.
one.
Cody, you're not done yet.
Stretch our legs.
Oh,
There
Cody,
I never done this years.
we go.
I'm never doing this like.
3, 4,
I'm never doing this ever again.
That's what I do.
8, 9, 10.
Good job, Raj.
I can't even do it, man. I'm never doing this. I'm not doing these again.
I know, it's so complicated.
Rosin, look, use your hand.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Put our arms out
Yeah,
to the sides.
I'm not done.
Roll them backwards.
Why don't you? And then you won't poke Destiny in the
Oh,
face. So come this way.
sorry, Destiny.
I don't want to get in trouble with this.
You're fine, Mr. Mills.
Okay.
And then we're gonna go forward.
I'm never doing this arm circles again.
This one would be good in gym class.
Yeah, legit.
Because I'm about to break my arms.
What do you mean about to break your arm?
Because I'm
Okay,
making time.
and then our last stretch, we're gonna do our, like, help with our neck. So look down, and then we're gonna go counterclockwise. So we're gonna go opposite of,
Oh my God, here we go.
is it okay, Mr. Miller?
My neck is popping.
I think
Hey,
all-
I'm
neck
never
is
doing this
popping.
next stretch again. Ow, my neck hurts.
My neck is popping really bad.
And then we're gonna go, start going the other way,
Is this car I'm old or no?
and then we go clockwise.
I'm getting old, my neck is popping. Every time I do it.
You'll be okay.
Ow,
I think so, but some kids are getting older.
ow.
That's me.
I'm never doing this.
Then you can sit down.
I'm never doing
I
that
can't.
next
This
stretch again.
one's good.
Oh, it sucks.
Billy. What?
But before we even get started about talking about pie charts or circle graphs, who can tell me what a pie chart or circle graph is?
It shows you 100% of something.
Yeah. What else does it do, Cody?
Pie chart. It gives you 2 halves and 1 half. It gives you 1 4 half. Pie chart.
You can have like halves, like to showing, like if everything is 50%, you can have one half of it be 50%, the other half be 50%.
I'll do that.
And then with Sam's example of,
No art.
it does add up to 100%. Because like, when we're looking at a pie chart, all the parts are equal to one whole or 100%. That's it. Those parts or accounts are gonna make it a whole, and also it's gonna help make it 100% for us. How else can we see a pie chart being used?
By pizza.
Yeah, that's a good example because not that pizza is like our way of making a pie chart because it cuts it into smaller pieces, and then we can show our count that way.
Oh, kind of like what we did yesterday.
Yeah. But I'm gonna show you a quick video of how they're gonna describe the circle graph, so. Let me do it up here.
Circle graph, often called a pie graph. This one shows parts of a whole. So the whole amount is the full circle, and then each section shows a part. It's often showing percentages. You'll often see percentages listed in there. And one common example
Not
is
that.
how
As you see, not that they're describing a circle or a pie graph as showing parts of a whole, and it's also how I was talking about it involves percentages. So that, like each piece, if we're like dealing with like percentages, each piece will be a certain percentage, and then that will help you add up to 100 as we go around the circle. And then with this example on the video, it's saying favorite farm animals. Not that the cows are in blue, horses are in orange, chickens are in gray, and children are in yellow. Which one shows the most votes? Okay.
Cows.
Good job. Which one shows the smallest?
The least or children.
Of the animals, because I know that there's cows, horses, and chickens.
Oh, or chicken.
Yeah, I was gonna say the
Yeah.
same thing.
You're right. And not that. Either, I mean, because if we were to do an overall of the smallest, which one would be the smallest?
Yo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So not that. With this example, not that we can see like the biggest number of one item and then the smallest of another item.
This
Yes, Cody?
real pie chart.
Yeah.
Oh, can I do it?
That was just a quick example of showing you.
And when you write 1/4, you write 1/4,
Or 1/4. It's
like
either
4/1.
not that for 4/1 you're showing that it's that number over only one piece, but not that. But with our fractions, we usually are doing like 1/4.
What do you, I guess, you write first? That's what I'm trying to say.
You always want to write the part that you have, and then it's over the whole thing of how many
Because
pieces.
other right numbers remind me, like, I was like 4/1.
So, with your example, Cody, how many pieces did you cut?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, that's our whole. So, is that going to go on top or bottom?
Top. Bottom.
Yes. So, right.
1, 2, 3.
How many are colored in?
2.
2/7.
Okay.
So, not that every time you look at when you're making your pie chart, you
Yeah.
always want to look at how many parts it was cut into, and then count how many were accounted for.
Okay.
Or like if you mark them up, like if you,
Yeah.
so not that you're making it everything work. Okay.
Number 10.
Slide 10, if you're following along on this slide,
Which one is it again?
you're gonna go to and then slide 10 when it comes up. slide 10 is talking about examples of when you would see pie charts and circle graphs used. So we're gonna go to like in the example in the video, it shows parts of a whole that are adding up to 100%, or it may show percentages that add up to 100%, or it can show like relative sizes, meaning when you cut your like pizza into appropriate pieces, like if you cut your pizza into like 8 pieces or 10 pieces, you can see the difference of sizes of the piece that way.
If you make the whole pizza, that'll be one whole.
Yeah, and then, but if you, when you cut it into pieces,
You're gonna have 8 over 8, Mr. Miller?
I ate 8 many times.
so not that each time you cut the pizza into pieces, you always are seeing either that you're gonna have big pieces because you only cut it into like, say, 4 pieces,
Oh.
or you might, if you cut it into like 8s, you're getting like a little bit smaller piece. So depending on the way you cut your pizza, you're gonna either have big or small pieces.
Oh. I ate half of it.
Oh, Miss Allen.
That's.
You know what? The next time my dad orders a pizza, you know what I'm gonna do with it?
What are you gonna do?
No, we try to do the pie chart. Some nights my dad orders pizza, right? And that's when I order pizza. Everybody gives us slice. I'm gonna say that's 2 out of 7. I'm gonna teach my dad.
You're gonna teach your dad how to do fractions and divide your pie charts?
I ate half of the pizza.
Okay.
Well, I ate 800,000 pizzas.
If you go down to slide like 16 and 17, this is gonna show you a pie chart that is showing parts that equal 100%. So that the reason I'm tying in percent is because when we're like dealing with like your grades, we can say you got like 8 out of 10, which is also 80%. So that this is just showing you that you can have different pieces represent different percentages, but they all will add up to 100%. The whole circle will be 100%. But before we start making our own, yeah, you're gonna go back to our Google Classroom in just a second. And you're gonna click on where it says graphic organizer.
We can't type that.
Oh, Mr. Brown, look, I have 100%er. And 25%.
I'll take a line back. See?
Man, I just saw all kinds of examples.
Look at Billy Gates.
So this is gonna be a graphic organizer to help you understand some of the definitions. So I'm gonna give you a piece of paper in just a second. So you can write down some of the definitions. Because how I had it printed out, it was gonna make it a little bit different.
Oh,
For you to read.
100%.
Miss Allen.
Yes, Cody?
I was trying to make a line bar with our names, because look,
I brought
there's
my
me, Jada, Trevor, Roz, Adrian, no, Daphne, and Adrian, right? I was trying to do one, but I think
But you're actually making a,
I had to put bar, I had to put line bar.
you do have to put your name.
Oh.
I had to put
Not that,
line
with
bar.
the worksheet, I mean,
Who
the
you left with that?
piece of paper I gave you, you do not need to put your name on it.
How about my own piece of paper? I got mine.
Okay.
I got mine.
Okay,
Okay, come on.
Okay, that's all.
So you
don't-
So you don't have to put a name on it?
so you're gonna open Cody.
I'll get him when he gets.
Okay. You're gonna scroll down on, it says graphic organizer, or it has, so you're gonna scroll down to where it says circle graph. And we're gonna,
Are you supposed to write it?
Computer stop.
that's what you're using the piece of paper for, is to
Write
write down the definition, and then we're also gonna write down, your definition.
And like our own.
What
I'm not
do
sure
you,
what kind of
what,
definition I'm supposed to write down.
You
So-
forgot the.
what?
For circle graph, the book definition is telling us that it's a circular chart cut by radii into segments illustrating relative magnitudes or frequencies. So that's our book definition. So how can we make this our own, that for like circle graph? Not that, the only part that you're gonna write down, Ross, is we're gonna write down our definition.
Okay.
Cause on that, you have it,
But
you
you can
can-
circle graph, and then you can just write graph.
not that, Sam?
On student definition, right? It adds up to 100% or adds up to a percent of 100.
Yeah, we can say, yeah, you're correct. So we can say it's a graph.
Wait, is this what we're writing down?
This is what you're gonna write on your sheet of paper that I gave you.
Okay, so write it.
I'm not sure.
On your sheet of paper that I gave you.
I like that.
So write it down.
What is it? It's a creative graph, right?
Circular graph.
Oh.
I can't see it.
Go to March 14th.
We can say that, like,
What, can I put a definition up there? Okay,
if you wanna put your definition, go.
for like, for Cody's,
You're trying to get an example, but you can write down your, do you have a definition, you can write.
how am I supposed to write this down? If I'm gonna just, there's for Cody's and there's,
Follow along with what it tells you.
And then Jada, we're just gonna repeat.
So, number
Whatever.
2 trade off.
So write it there, so that's on paper.
R-O-U-N-D.
That's not
Huh?
functional. Okay.
I'll be in your, it'll be okay. You can write your,
You got it.
Somebody I heard something.
yeah,
For a circle graph or round.
you can, you can jump, you can write your definition, so that, that was an example of a definition we could write, so you can write your own.
A round graph, it's like a circle.
Mhm.
Okay.
You can put, yeah, you can put those words if you want, so,
How would you spell that?
there's for Cody's.
R-O. U-N-E.
It's a pie.
Round graph.
Two.
That's the word, right?
Yes.
to
I heard something.
So Jada, you think maybe just put the word round, a round graph that adds up to 100%?
Good idea. Nothing-
Wait,
Yeah.
same thing, should I put?
No, I had all the other pieces, but you added your piece to say that it was a round graph. So that helped everybody know that when we're dealing with, like, different types of graphs, when we come to pie charts or circle graphs, this is the only one that's round. So that's helping us.
I was asking.
Oh, I have another one.
Okay, go ahead, Tim, you can write.
Pizza.
But that's more example,
Oh.
so not that, you can actually put that as our example.
Like,
So I'm gonna put the marker down just for, so I can move it. But you can actually put that as our example.
wait, do you have the, right
There,
there,
there you go. And then you can put that as our first example.
Okay. Do I have to put the circle or just the word?
You can just put the words, but
Oh, okay, I'm gonna put word.
and then, and like your example, like underneath your definition that you wrote, you can put like a pizza. Go ahead.
I don't know if my example was. Which I don't know.
Yes, Cody?
I don't know if my example be okay, but I said there's 4 people in reaching
A pie.
But that's the next, well, those are the data, that's great data.
Yeah, that'll help us make our, that'll help us make a.
Explain.
Those are good examples, guys, you know, that you're coming up with your own way of how you see it represented. You can either, you can. We think it is.
What's that supposed to spell?
She's being shy today.
Why?
For pizza?
Yeah, it's an A.
It's an A.
Not very good, but the Z's kind of look like sevens and twos.
Not a Z, the fancy.
Other Z's have a bomb, just saying. Anyway,
Paper, what size are you like to draw there?
Not that, in this second, but not that, I like how, like, there was another example that was brought up, and not that it described how we can see, know what a beach ball looks like?
Yeah.
How it's like made
Different
has different
colors.
colors. That's a sample of what a circle graph looks like because it has different colors and it makes like it shows how. Yeah. And then the last part for you guys to draw for.
I got
Oh,
one.
I'm gonna go up there.
Okay, we're gonna go to you Ken in just a second, and then I'm gonna let someone else come up. So for the illustrations, I want you to draw a picture of what you think a circle graph looks like. Okay.
It doesn't seem that hard.
It doesn't-
Seems kind of easy.
Good.
I don't know how to draw one, that's the problem.
Draw your best, Cody.
No one's home.
No one's home.
Nope.
I don't know
My
how to
eyes
draw.
must be deceiving.
Yeah.
I draw the whole thing. Wait, what about this?
A basketball?
Oh my god, how does she even know what I'm thinking of?
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can read mine. It doesn't say the
Yeah.
holiday.
What are you, a sorcerer?
Hey,
He doesn't say D&D, I'm playing.
that's good. And then
I have
Well, I
a
do something else.
I like that picture, Cobia.
it's really helping us understand it.
a ball. You gotta.
It's a basketball.
I don't know how to draw the lines, they have like
You're,
4 lines in there.
That's good.
it through.
Just draw through. Just draw one.
You're making
Where the
Just draw one. Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
Did I draw one on the
Awesome.
bottom or no?
No, you got it, Cody.
Can I
Kind
have
of like
that?
a baseball.
I
Yeah,
hate
but,
you.
but still, I mean,
Baseball
a
has
basketball
little
and
stitches,
baseball,
red stitches.
it can show you different ways of how a
It
circle
has
graph
red
is up.
That's gonna be you in the gym.
You can show your
Like this.
Cody, do you mind if I can like
Yeah.
the basketball?
Yeah.
It looks really nice. I really
Or you
like
can draw
it.
next to it.
No.
I think I drew it too big.
It's, oh, jeez, it's okay.
I drew it
Yeah,
too
thanks, I
Look,
guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Slow down, guys.
Big
I
finger.
understand. It's funny that you drew a little bit too big, but we're gonna
You were.
get back to
You
where
laugh. I know.
Oh.
I drew it way too big.
I got an idea of one.
I think I came up with one
You're
genius
a
idea.
computer still. You need
Oh, you're
time.
thinking, okay, I see where you're going, Roz.
What is it? A
Roz?
smiley face?
Roz is looking at it as the picture that you can use a cookie.
Or a,
Oh, because
There
it's
you
a
go.
different chocolate chip color.
just a cookie.
There you go. Alright.
Then she bought your favorite sheet up.
What's it called?
Cody,
Just a
do you have
cookie,
another
but
American
the,
sticker?
There.
Billy. What? Do you have another
I
one?
think I came up with something.
No.
I think.
There's some, I don't know what to call it. Yeah, raisins. Raisins,
okay.
yeah.
Just have borrow some tape?
Yeah, it's a
Have borrow some
cookie
tape?
raisin.
My favorite.
But, not that, yeah, so each of you guys have had different examples, different definitions, and not that I was giving you guys the opportunity to always look at what you think a circle graph looks like. So you guys did a very nice job of like showing the understanding.
Can I look there?
Can I draw?
Where you gotta draw it,
Yeah,
Jada.
the next one.
Cookie
I'm
Oreo.
scared. Why?
She's drawing an Oreo.
Right.
You don't hear Ty.
Yeah, sure.
And
I heard-
worse
I heard-
than
It
that.
kind of looks like an egg you drew.
Yeah,
The heck?
No, that-
Eggy.
but with like with Jada drawing a hair tie, it is round because it's showing
Just
that
like
like
me.
how you
A ring?
yeah.
Like a ring?
Yeah.
Oh, Ruby.
Not that
Hey, no offense.
Trevor, you can draw one, and then Adriana, you can draw your next
I didn't
example.
get to draw. What the heck?
Yeah, you did a basketball.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
you
can
do.
show us our.
Flyer.
I was making complaining.
Oh, man.
So what's your example of what do you think a pie chart looks like? What was your picture?
Something that's a circle.
Don't look at my makeup flag.
I have a big
I
heart.
made the big.
A halo?
Halo,
All
halo.
eruptions.
You got me that song set in my head now.
Here,
Halo, halo.
Let's pay
There's a
attention
song
to
called
Trevor.
Halo.
Yeah, by Bianca. What? Beyonce?
What's up, Beyonce?
Do not
Okay.
go off.
What's listening? Trevor, please.
Possibly do this without interruptions.
I did mine with no. I did mine with eruption.
Why still hear it going on?
Cody, let him finish, please.
Some.
You're not very correct, please.
What is it?
American
Well,
flag.
Clock or?
Look.
I like it. Oh,
Me and Billy did it.
He just, yeah.
Oh, come on, he took mine, man.
is it pizza?
Wrong.
What is it?
It's a wagon wheel.
Okay.
What do the Amish have?
That's a good.
Oh,
example.
please don't bring up Amish because the horses poop on the road everywhere.
Oh, you're disgusting, dude.
They
Guys,
do.
we're not
When
talking
I
about
first
that
came
right
to Missouri,
now.
my dad showed me.
Guys, we're not talking about that right now.
Cody, come sit back down in your seat, please.
I thought
But
it was
that's a good example because
Yeah.
also
yeah, but
like
mine was
any
more of a
like
wagon wheel.
Oh,
like also like the tires of a car is a good example, or like anything like that. So nice job, everybody. So that was what we're gonna rate for our definition of a circle graph and the different examples and illustrations.
Yeah, so what did you think of mine?
That was very good.
It was a
Oh,
wagon.
dear Dad.
Okay. Yeah. We're gonna explain this these last words. So I can show you how to do an example of how we can make our own pie chart. So
Plus you.
we're gonna go up to another word.
Oh dear, keep it going.
Oh, brother.
I
This
know.
guy stinks.
Yeah, he kinda does.
Oh,
Be nice.
brother, this guy
Hey.
stinks.
What show
Okay.
is that from?
Type sped bomb.
You guys discussed that when you're at lunch, okay?
Yeah,
We're gonna-
we just say
We're
it.
gonna look at on that graphic organizer I put on Google Classroom. We're gonna scroll down to almost page 7, and it'll say pie chart.
Oh,
What's that sound?
And not that
Oh.
there's there's two pie charts, but we're gonna do the second one because they explain.
It's already at one point two.
Keep going.
You got it?
Yeah. The book definition that we're gonna use for like pie chart is, let's pay attention, guys.
No.
Adriana and Destiny, let's pay attention, please. And that a pie chart is a graph using using a divided circle where each section represents a percentage of the total. So let's
Bless you, Sam.
Thank you, Sandy. Thank you, Billy.
think of a way that we can look at our definition of pie chart. So when we're think of our definition that we can make for our own.
Wait, what you are?
Let's think of our definition for pie chart. Not that the book definition is telling us that it's a graph using a divided circle where each section represents a percentage of the total. So
100.
that would be like an example, but we're looking for like a way that we can do our own definition.
$1.
That's an example again, but for definition, we're trying to think of how we can write down a couple words that help us understand what a pie chart is.
Data?
Data.
Okay, but how are we let's continue to build on that. 'Cause
Data. Like, is it like percents or?
A data or.
let's keep building. We almost got it, because we got some keywords in there.
Oh. Anybody want to know?
Oh, Miss, do you ever type anything?
No, that's why we have the sheet of paper. I was using the sheet of paper so you guys can write down.
What in your Chromebook? Oh god.
So you guys can follow along. And not that, my original idea was that you have the link to the graphic organizer that you see up here, so you guys can type in it. But
A chart that adds up, a chart that adds up to 100.
that's good. Good job, bud.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna say a chart.
We writing that.
You can write on your sheet of paper. We're gonna incorporate the word or include like data, so that includes data.
It's a pie chart we're on now?
Yes.
Pie chart.
Cody, do you need to go to the restroom?
Nope. Pie chart of.
Can't see.
Okay.
Can't see.
The definition that we came up with is a chart that includes data that adds up to 100%. Okay.
What's that?
I think we have one on red too.
No, I have to put graph stuff on the side. Graph.
Okay, you're headed.
It's okay.
I'm trying my best to do this.
What's that? Dear?
Data. That adds up. Where are you? That adds ADP.
You gotta go to lunch.
We will in just a minute.
I'm not
We're
sure
gonna-
what kind of pie chart, I'm not sure what says, but
Okay. We're gonna stop there with the definition for right now, and we're gonna help create a quick pie chart, so.
Oh, Mr. Allen, I'm staying out for school today. And my dad told me Miss Underwood, Miss Cosme, and Miss Nussbaum, and Mr. Corbar knows I brought my phone for that.
You spelled my name wrong.
Where are you going? Where are you going?
Oh, she's cute as she
What are we doing?
You're doing right now. It's almost there,
Are we there yet? Are we nearly there?
where are the deuces?
we're gonna do something real quick. Hey,
dear.
hey, we're gonna make a quick pie chart.
Oh. That's
Oh.
fine. I can see it. I have to show you at lunch.
Okay,
I can't even
on,
see up there either.
on the chart, on the piece of paper I gave you that has different scores, this is like group 1, group 2. I want you to read to tell me
That's true. No one's gonna do
how many people scored a 10 on group 1.
Wait, where's my paper?
Actually,
it. One.
ADRI.
Is this? Oh.
we can have a copy of this video. And group- For group 1, how many scored a 10?
Which one do we grade on?
Oh, it's fine. Thanks, Mark. Here's your paper.
Thank you. So how many, for group 1, how many scored a 10? Did anybody?
One.
1?
That.
Okay. So, okay. And then
Yeah.
we have one more question. On that same group, how many scored an 8?
One.
Three.
No. You said 2, right?
Group 1, and then how many got an 8?
3.
Okay. And then, what was the bulk of all the scores? What was the rest of the scores?
9.
Good job.
Wait, where do we write this at?
I'm just showing you real quick. I'm here. So note that we will leave in just a second, right? So, just to show you, note that there was one person that scored a 10, there was 3 people that scored an 8, and then the rest of them scored a 9. So we can show that there was small pieces that represented the one person, and then there was 3 that scored an 8, and then the biggest piece of all, everyone scored a 9. So,
We're sitting in the same spot.
Okay. What was our lowest score on group 1?
1?
8.
Good job.
Oh, no.
Or, wait, yeah, that was our lowest. Good job. We're gonna clean our...
Okay, we're gonna do you guys a favor today, and I'm gonna wipe table.